Keith is facing 5 counts of sexual battery, 1 count of forcible sex abuse, and 1 count of object rape. Police are asking anyone who knows of any victims in this case to please call them at 801-229-7070. Police say neither he nor the hostage were injured in this incident, but they say it was a lengthy ordeal getting Alcantara to come out of the home and finally surrender to authorities. Police tell me they believe this man was driving drunk through the neighborhood. Witnesses said they saw him crash into several cars, a light pole, and a fence before finally crashing his Honda Sonata into this home on Tressler Road behind us. Police say neither drugs nor alcohol were factors in this incident. As for the property damage, they say the owners of the vehicle that teen was driving, his parents, will have to work with insurance adjusters to cover those costs. It truly was a mess, and I know people are grateful to have the snowplows out, clearing everything up, making it easier to travel. But transportation officials remind people to slow down and stay off the roads if at all possible until conditions improve. Neighbors tell me the husband and wife who lived here seemed normal, and there was no indication of turmoil before this event took place. I spoke to the 4 families displaced by this fire. One man said he saw flames climbing up the side of the wall of the complex while he was outside scraping ice off his girlfriend's car. He's the one who contacted authorities. The school bus driver accused of sexually abusing 2 special needs kindergarten students on his bus will be in court today for a final pre-trial. John Carell was in West Jordan Court in December for a motions hearing. His trial was originally scheduled to start in February, but there has been delays on the case. Carell is charged with at least 30 felony counts of child sex abuse after he was seen on video allegedly molesting an elementary school child with special needs. He faces 15 years to life in prison if convicted.
We really truly do want justice to be served.
Carell has pleaded innocent since he's been charged. His first day of trial is scheduled to start on April 27th. For now, he is free on bond but has to wear an ankle monitor and has been ordered to home confinement. A powerful name is lending his voice to the debate over vaccines and autism. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says an ingredient in vaccines is to blame for the rising numbers of autism cases. That's right, it's time to get a look at what's hot online. Here's a look at what people are talking about on Twitter. At number 3 is Pillow Fight. That's because yesterday was International Pillow Fight Day. This is a video of people celebrating the day with pillows in hand, swinging pillows at each other to the beat of uplifting music. That's because it was all for a good cause. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints held their annual general conference this weekend. At one of yesterday's sessions, the president of the church made an announcement that made many members from around the world very happy.
Kelly Keiter talked to her today. She's in our studio with the story. Kelly?
Hi, Matt. Police say 33-year-old Landon Terry Deffa admitted he was using heroin at the time of his crash on Saturday, which occurred around 5 in the morning. And resident Lacey Stevens says he took her completely off guard when she discovered him in the back seat of her car. Scott and Lindsay Clark say they recently found the perfect daycare for their son, Sawyer.
I really like the security cameras that they have here. I just watch them all day at work and don't get anything done, but
The couple says it offers them all the services they need to feel confident their son is getting the care he needs.
It's right by our house, like 5 minutes away, and that was really important to me.
The Clarks use the new Care About Childcare website to locate the Children's Academy of Salt Lake.
We just typed in our zip code, and then a bunch of different options came up, and they were ranked and had like any times that they were written up for whatever reason.
And it was comprehensive. It gave the certifications that the teachers have that work at this school, so I liked that about it.
Tracy Gruber with the Department of Workforce Services says the website offers many options for comparing services, identifying quality centers, and comparing pricing and neighborhoods.
We know from a lot of research that early childhood development is critical for success of children. And part of that early childhood development in many cases involves being in childcare programs. And when those childcare programs are of high quality, we know that kids are nurtured and cared for in environments that support their development.
Gruber says the site, as well as thorough research of the programs, can help parents select a center.
Go back and pay particular attention to how the caregivers are interacting with those children, how they're handling supportive interactions, how they're handling discipline, and then make your decision from there.
This resort was 6 years in the making. After getting rights to build on his property, owner John Chadwick started planning and construction began in 2013. And now the resort is ready to open for the new 2015-2016 ski season. John Chadwick got the idea to build a resort on his property after his friend, a former Olympic ski coach, did some backcountry skiing on the mountain and suggested it.
Hiked up, skied one run, hiked across the canyon here, looked back, and he said, "You have to build a resort." And I said, "It's not big enough." Oh, anyway, I gave him all the reasons why I shouldn't, and he told me all the reasons why I should.
The resort almost didn't happen because some backcountry skiers who used Chadwick's property were opposed to building a resort. But Chadwick finally got the rights to build Cherry Peak.
I would say that now that the lodge is close to being done and people can see how classy everything is and how beautiful it all is, people are really on board.
The resort features 29 trails of varying degrees of difficulty and a snow park with jumps and rails. The lodge has a rental shop and dining area and easy access to the lift at the bottom of the hill.
It's got 1,300 vert, which is pretty cool for a smaller resort like that. There's 3 detachable lifts, a great beginner section, but then also its terrain is at times a bit challenging, it looks like.
In the future, owners plan to build a tubing park, ice skating rink, venues for weddings and concerts, and trails for hiking and biking. CFO Ignacio Berkner says he's looking forward to how convenient it will be to get to the mountain.
Very, very easy access. So you can be skiing right after school or right after work for a couple hours and be back home for dinner.
The snow machines are set to get the mountain ready for skiers. Chadwick says he's looking forward to opening his resort.
To actually see people ski on our mountain with a smile on their face, so that's what I'm excited about.
Chadwick says they plan to open when conditions are right, but they're hoping to open on Thanksgiving Day. For ticket pricing and other information, you can go to their website. We'll have a link on our website, fox13now.com. In Richmond, Kelly Keiter, Fox 13 News, Utah.
I can honestly say that was not me that day. I'm ashamed and I'm embarrassed by my actions.
In a tearful plea in court Wednesday, Bill Robert Thompson apologized to the families of the victims affected by a drunk driving spree he took after running away from a domestic dispute on May 8, 2014.
If there was any way I could take back the pain and the suffering I've caused, I would.
A jury found Thompson guilty in June of murder and aggravated assault.
I'm satisfied that the defendant was sentenced to 15 to life on a murder, and I think that's a just sentence.
In May of 2014, police say Thompson assaulted his live-in girlfriend, then fled the scene and caused a fatal crash. According to Draper Police, witnesses say Thompson ran a red light, killing 43-year-old Susan Matson and critically injuring Matson's 13-year-old daughter, Tessa. The Matson family says they continue to deal with the trauma and the loss, but they say they are satisfied with Wednesday's sentencing.
We were pleased with the outcome. We're pleased that he will serve consecutively for both the things that he's done for Susan and for Tessa.
A total of 7 vehicles were involved in the crash and 4 other people were hurt. Thompson pleaded not guilty to the murder charge. Police say he intentionally sped up and hit Matson's vehicle, but his attorneys argue it was an accident.
This was a tragic mistake. He should be held accountable. We're going to appeal it and argue to the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court that the charges should be amended to automobile homicide.
After spending some time at the hospital, Susan Matson's daughter Tessa made a full recovery, but her family says she will never fully recover from her emotional and physical scars. At the West Jordan District Courthouse, Kelly Keiter, Fox 13 News, Utah.